So Tommy, you put up this website. One of the first thing you did was ask a survey of veterans about, what's their top issue. So what's the result? What's trending?
Well, the number one concern for veterans, ironically, is something I thought was already handled, and that's wait times at the VA.
You mean wait times to get a medical appointment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Veterans are concerned that they're having to wait extraordinary amounts of time again at the VA to get appointments, and they're not getting seen out in the community like they were before.
Yeah, well, this is actually tracking what I'm picking up more anecdotally, which is veterans are complaining to me that they can't get the community care promised by the Mission Act. I think the standards are if you can't get an appointment in 20 to 30 days, depending upon the type of appointment, or you got to travel 20 or 30 miles or some period of time, you're allowed to go into the community to get care. So that's really tracking with that, and that's frustrating to hear.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating. What do you recommend to veterans who are saying they're being denied for the Mission Act?
Yeah, well, you've really got to go advocate for yourself. So when you go to make an appointment, you have to have the access standards with you. So either in person or over the phone or however you do it, have the access standards. And when someone says it's going to be extra days or time, read them the access standards and tell them you're entitled to care the way you want it. In addition, if that doesn't work, I suggest they go to each hospital has a patient advocate. They may or may not be effective, but they're supposed to help veterans get what they need. And finally, if necessary, go to the director of the hospital and get him or her to help. Bring them in. Don't be afraid to knock on the door and go and have meetings and get their attention because most people don't know this, but directors at hospitals have the ability to go into the schedule and make appointments. And finally, and this is really kind of sad, if all else fails, contact your congressperson and have them get involved because really, this is what the law enables veterans to do. This is one of our earned benefits as a veterans. The VA should actually be following the law.
I completely agree with you. But ultimately, sir, while I agree with all those steps, I am frustrated that President Trump fixed this before and it's happening all again under this current administration. So to me, ultimately, I would add on top of that, if you want to fix this, register to vote and vote for President Trump.
Good advice, Tommy.